Soil Brothers and Soil Sisters. Oh my goodness. What's up, David Corey with Cropper? Again, what's up, Soil Brothers and Soil Sisters? Y'all know anytime the camera moves, Nala is in the building. Today is Monday, another week. Y'all, well, I'm going to say yesterday set the stage for an entire week, but today is Monday. Mondays can be challenging. However, we're going to speak life into every day, every week. This week is going to be as amazing as the other weeks. There are going to be some challenges, but that's what make us stronger, and that's what help us grow. But we're going to get through them. We're going to get through them. If you are catching the replay, hashtag replay, and let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Is it gardening season for everybody? I mean, it is for us. Now, don't come over here, please, ma'am. Please, don't knock the cameras down. Please. No. She like, what? You live. I need to come drink some water. Go lay down. Then I give you a treat later. Go lay down. God's Desire, Rambo, Peppermint. What's up, Soil Family? So, hey, Wendy, good morning, beautiful. So if you can be so kind to give us some type of reaction, show us some love, hit the thumbs up, a heart, all that good stuff. We are streaming to Facebook and YouTube this morning. You can also share this live out. It will help us tremendously. But we appreciate you all for being here. Audrey, what's up, Soil Family? So today, we're going to talk about kombucha. However, we're going to talk about kombucha from the ground up. We're going to start at the beginning because I know a lot of people want to make their own kombucha. And maybe like I was one time, terrified. One time I was like, I don't know about this stuff. Facebook look a little cloudy. Let me see if I can fix that. I mean, YouTube look a little cloudy to me. Let's see if I can fix that. It might be my glasses. I don't think so. That fixed it. Popping into the yard. All right, Reba. Hey, Sherry, Anitra. What's up, Soil Family? Let me scroll back a little bit. Oh, this thing is jumping. Anyhow, what's up, Facebook? I'm so glad to see all of y'all in the building. My scoby is like an inch thick. Good. So the thicker the better. I mean, it's just going to keep creating more scobies, and we're going to talk about that. What is a scoby? I was terrified of scobies. I think I saw Living Tradition and Lead Farmer messing with scobies maybe 2 years ago. And I was like, ew, that's disgusting. No, thank you. That's nasty. I don't think I can touch that thing. Again, we have grown up some into our adulthood, and we no longer ball our face up at things that may not look good to us or taste good to us, and now we look at the benefits of it. The SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of yeast and bacteria. It is a living organism. It is very healthy for the gut and so many other things. You can do so much with a SCOBY. You can make smoothies. You can make jerky. So let me know what you doing with your SCOBY other than making kombucha. You can make a face mask. I can imagine how good that'll be as a mask. I may take some and make a face mask and try it out. You can use it as a bandage, meaning that it can heal, not on the inside, but even on the outside. Or you can use it as dog treats. I'm sure Nala and Booty would enjoy that. Thor, hey Linda, Thor on the other hand might be like, yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know if I'm gonna eat that. But however, it's good. The SCOBY is like our ginger bug, or like the mother for your apple cider vinegar. However, the SCOBY is mainly for making kombucha. We use our SCOBY to make kombucha. You use your mother to make apple cider vinegar, and you use your ginger bug to make soda or carbonated drinks. So this week we're going to work with our SCOBY and how to make a SCOBY so we can later make kombucha. The benefits of the scoby alone help prevent overgrowth of bad bacteria in the body. You can eat this scoby, y'all. Um, yeah, it can be used for your plants too. It's good protein, great fiber, and probiotics. And then next week, well, when we get ready to make kombucha, which you basically doing the same. When you make your scoby, you can make a kombucha all at the same time. Um, but right now we focused on making a scoby because once you can make your own scoby, you can buy, I don't even know what it's called, a scoby, hey GT Junior, a scoby starter or something like that. However, all it is plain kombucha. You can purchase plain kombucha from the store, no flavor, no ginger, no type of flavor, just plain original kombucha from the store, and you can make this same exact scoby. And then it'll grow into a beautiful scoby hotel. I don't know how beautiful it is, but you know, it's healthy, so it's beautiful. I guess beauty look different ways to us as we grow older. So, yes, if you don't mind, please hit the thumbs up for us. That does help us out a lot, and we would appreciate you. So, the first thing I do when making a scoby, I make sure I have a clean vessel, and I like using at least a gallon container. And this is a glass container. It has a wide mouth. I try to find something that has a wide mouth. Can Facebook not hear me? Let's see. I want to make sure everybody can hear. I don't like ginger taste. So you can't taste the ginger when you use your I hear you. Okay, Sherry, thank you. When you use your ginger bulb to make soda, you don't taste the ginger at all. Thank you, Reba. Oh, so that's something with Facebook. So when you make your soda, it doesn't taste like ginger at all. You can't even taste the ginger. It's just a starter culture, actually. So I have to fight called. So I had you scared of cultures. So what I start with, I make sure I have a clean vessel. Again, you want to make sure you're using distilled water, non-chlorinated water. When you cleaning your vessel or anything that you could be using, even to boil your tea. You can use green tea or black tea. I use black tea. I like black tea, so I use it. Most of the time when I'm making kombucha, I use black tea because then I can make myself some tea. Maybe then I can make myself some tea. So I start with a clean vessel with a wide mouth. This one has a nice wide mouth. And here I got some distilled water just ready for my tea. I boiled my tea earlier. And this is just black tea. You can find black tea almost anywhere, I'm assuming. Any grocery store. Just get a whole box of black tea. I like my tea strong. I like my kombucha strong, so I put about 10 bags. I put 10 bags in a gallon of kombucha. So this is just concentrated. And then I'll add it to here. Because remember, right now we just building our scoby. So we have our clean vessel with a wide mouth. And we have black tea that I made a little while ago. Now I like to make my tea strong and just add room temperature water to it because it's gonna help cool off what I just boiled. Now this is not hot because it's been sitting for a while. So you don't want to tea strong too, yeah. What you don't want to do is add your kombucha to your tea when it's extremely hot, because it's just going to kill that culture. So you got to wait for it to cool off before you add your kombucha to it. But this is just tea. This is still just part of me making tea. So I'm just going to pour my tea in with my water, and that helped cool it off. Again, it is cool already, but this is just going to help cool it off and make sure it's good and room temperature how I like it. This is about a half a gallon. So because I'm not making kombucha, I'm not worried about the entire gallon. You can't go wrong with how much you're making. I would at least do a half a gallon to get your scoby started, because this is all we're doing right now. It's basically getting our scoby started. Now, scobies can be a little creepy. They some busy little things. I ain't named this hotel, but I was terrified of it. For a long time, I was like, I will never, ever make this stuff, because it's not for me. Now, this hotel has been building for about 7, 8 months, maybe 9 months or so. And it's sit over in the corner on the counter. I keep it covered up all the time, because let me tell you, the nets will take over if you don't cover this up. Like now the nets are starting to come in because we growing starts inside, or the air conditioner is now running. You want to make sure you cover it up and put a rubber band over so the nets can't get in. So I've tried kombucha from the store. It just ain't for me. And I've tried different flavors, and I still don't like them. Made our own kombucha, and this kind of smell like vinegar in a good way. I made our own kombucha, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can drink this. So at first you might say, I don't like kombucha. Bobby like putting his kombucha in his smoothies. That's his liquid instead of juice or something else. He just used scoby. The kombucha. So you want to make sure when you dig in this, you have clean hands. Now, what the scobies will do is grow into each other. Once a month-ish or so, I will, yummy but very strong. Yeah, that's good. They make their own. I don't care for store-bought. Yeah, I don't care for the store-bought kombucha. But, yes, got kohlrabi. GT Junior, we got Hickman growing too, thanks to you. He's talking about this kohlrabi. So you want to make sure your hands are clean. Now these will grow into each other. They'll attach to each other, and it's okay to just rip them apart. What I'm getting out of here is a cup of the brine. Now this brine is what I call a natural preservative. I use this brine when I make mayonnaise, homemade mayonnaise. I use a little bit of this brine, maybe a tablespoon or two. You don't taste it, but instead of mayonnaise going bad in a month, it'll last like 3 months. I just add a little kombucha brine to it. Instead of buying plain kombucha from the store, because I already have a hotel brewing, I can get a cup of tea or kombucha brine out of my scoby hotel and pour it in here. So let me get a measuring cup and wash my hands. So you want to make sure your hands are clean. No lotion, no soap, no creams or oils or anything on your hands. So you want to make sure your hands are nice and clean. Dry them off good. Dry them off good because I just use tap water to wash my hands. So my hands are nice and clean. Now, this pie used to freak me out, like sticking your hand in here. These things are squishy and kind of slimy, but they are very healthy. So, and again, like I can give this to my chickens or the dogs, and they'll be fine. Nala will just gobble this right up. So I'm gonna try to get top layer off and show it to you. See how they just grow into each other? See how healthy that is? It is very healthy. It is a little one attached to this. As creepy as it looks, it is very healthy. And then you have some smaller ones. Look at Nala. Nala like, please, Mom, don't hurt me. You have some smaller ones like this. Now, I can take this and stick it in this jar, and it will grow. That scoby will grow, and it'll grow more. However, I did not want to have to pick this thing up. I just want a cup of brine out of here, or a cup of juice out of here. It's like, yeah, you're going to pour that today. So I'm going to pour a cup. Would it help if I move this thing over with me? Oh. So that's all I want is some juice out of here. I'm going to feed my SoilFamily hotel with some of this tea. This is how you feed your hotel. You just give it some sweet tea, and that's all this is. I did add sugar in here, probably maybe 2 cups of sugar in here, because remember, your SoilFamily needs something to eat. I don't even think I can see the comments. Your SoilFamily needs something to eat. So this is sweetened black tea. Again, in here I have it's a half a gallon of water. I use 10 bags of black tea to make my tea, and maybe 2 cups of sugar. That way he can eat for the next 7 to 10 days. I poured a little bit of this sweet tea in my already made SoilFamily hotel so that it can eat. It need to eat for the next month or so before I think to feed it again. So now I have this brine, which you can drink. It smells like vinegar. And it's good for the gut. It is very like vinegary. Very. But you can drink it, y'all. It's healthy. It ain't gonna hurt you. But I'm gonna pour it in there. Mix it up. Now I'm gonna wash my hands because they're a little sticky. Now I have the SoilFamily hotel. Can you get some, China? Now I have another vessel that will grow SoilFamily. Again, in here I have about a half a gallon of black tea, sweet black tea. I put 2 cups of sugar in here. Never heard of a SoilFamily? 2 cups of sugar in here. You can use plain kombucha from the store. I use basically this is kombucha in my SoilFamily hotel. It's just very strong. Not pleasant to me. Some people love it. Some people eat their SoilFamilies. You can make pie crust with it. You can do a lot of things with it. So I'm going to cover this up. I got some rubber bands. I'm going to stick on here. Because remember, we don't want nothing getting in here. And then I'll set it back on the counter for I set it on the counter for about a week, 7 to 10 days. But if you watch it, just peep at it. You know, you don't have to stir it. You don't have to mix it. You don't have to do nothing to this. All you have to do, this jar, somebody sent us these jars from Amazon. So that's where these jars came from. Um, you don't want to disturb it over the next 7 to 10 days, but you can peep at it because it's interesting to see this scoby grow. Oh, as a matter of fact, these jars are on our Amazon storefront. Um, but just peep at it over the next 7 to 10 days, and you'll see that scoby growing. Like I said, it'll grow, and now then you'll be able to start your the jars out on the storefront. Yes, you can share these scobies with people. Y'all, we got so many scobies, and I done sold so many scobies, but they just keep growing. So I'm gonna set this back on the counter because this is our new scoby hotel, basically. And we'll revisit this in about a week. We'll see where we at in a week. Now this big mama jump. Ooh, I told Bobby, these are the two scobies that I took out. This was the top layer, which, like I said, I can give this to my dogs. I can make, this is the actual scoby cache. I can make things with it, face mask. G Mama Rose was saying, feed it to your plants. It is very, very healthy. Very, very. You have to look at the benefits of kombucha or the scoby itself. This is just another scoby that grew. Y'all, it's probably 40, 50 scobies in here. But they grow, some are thick, some are thinner. But they've grown into each other. And every time I make kombucha, I get a new scoby. Look at this. Another scoby. There's one attached to this. So it's a bunch of scobies in here. And they will just continue to grow, continue to live. Nala looking like, Lord, why my mama playing with me like that? All of these scobies. And they are perfectly fine. I ain't gonna promise y'all I feed this thing once a month, but I try to remember to feed it often. It's a little creepy. Look at how big this one is. Nice and thick. It's a little creepy, y'all. It's probably a lot creepy, but trust me, it is very healthy. Again, we do sell scobies if you'd rather start off with a scoby itself and not get a starter kit. Not purchase a starter kit or get scoby itself. It's a little creepy, y'all. I know. Can't hear me well. Linda, it ain't easy to drink. The solid stuff is the scoby itself. The brand that's in here is basically kombucha. It's just so strong. Ugh. Mary. Yeah. You can keep a scoby forever. It's just like a sourdough or your mother for your apple cider vinegar or your ginger bug. Long as you take care of your vessels, their home, you know, it's like us. You can't just put us in a house and expect us to flourish and live. We have to have certain things so that we can live and be healthy and happy, right? So basically all this scoby need to continue to prosper is sweet tea. Sweet black tea. How do you store them afterwards? So, did I take his napkin from him? I may have. So, to store this, all I do is cover it up, put a rubber band on it, and it sits back here in my junky corner where all my jars are on the shelf, on the counter. It sit there. Um, oh, how you keep them from next time. So this is all I do. I just put a rubber band on it. You want to always make sure it can breathe. So I just put a breathable cloth on there. Put a rubber band on it because again, you don't want it to attract the nets and the nets to get in there. Not supposed to touch metal. So that's what they say. You know, they say it can kill enzymes and all this stuff. So they say that about honey also. You know, we don't store things in metal, but we do use metal when we transferring. Like people always say, you when they see our honey videos, they say, "Oh, you're not supposed to use," because I'll use a regular spoon to get the honey out, and they'll say, "You're not supposed to use metal. Metal is not supposed to touch the honey." Well, long as it's not going to sit in here all day, it's not going to sit in here for a certain amount of time. It's just going. My SCOBY been sitting on the counter since 2019. Yeah, I just got it in here for a few minutes. I probably freeze dry some for this greedy girl standing over here. She was determined to get past the cameras over here because she can smell it. So I may freeze dry some for the dogs because as you can see, we have tons more in here. Or I can just put it back in here and let it continue to sit. So every time you make kombucha, like say if I was making kombucha today, I would make my gallon of tea, put it in a jar like I did, and I would just take one of these scobies and stick it in the jar. Sometimes I take like a quarter cup of the brine also, and I put it in a jar with it, cover it up, and leave it alone. I have grown a SCOBY by accident. Yeah, so that's easy to do. Um, the one you just took out the jar. What am I doing with these? So I may make a face mask for Bobby because he ain't home. I know he listening though, but I might make a face mask and do a face mask for us. I'll probably freeze dry some. I'll cut it up and freeze dry it for these dogs as a treat for the dogs because it's good for the gut. Um, we are making a SCOBY. We are making a SCOBY so you can be able to make your own kombucha. If you don't have SCOBY, what do you do instead? So if you don't have a SCOBY already, that's what we doing. We making a SCOBY. So what we did was we just took the sweet tea. So here, in this jar, I might have confused y'all because I talk a lot. This is what we doing in this jar. We making a SCOBY. In this jar, I have a half a gallon of black sweet tea that I just made. I let it cool off, and then I added a cup of my kombucha brine to this, and this will grow. I'll let it sit covered over here out of the way for 7 to 10 days. Probably next Monday we'll come back and check and see what our new SCOBY hotel is doing, or how thick our SCOBY is. Can you break a piece? No, you can use just a piece of that SCOBY. You don't have to use the whole thing. So, and what it's going to do, like this will grow its own SCOBY. And then I'll feed this to the big hotel because I can store more in here. And I'll just transfer all of this to the big hotel. But I'll probably start a batch of kombucha next week using this also, some of this. So that way we can see how you make kombucha. Don't have the brine to start with. So if you don't have the brine to start with, you just start with plain kombucha, which is not easy to find. I think I do have the starter kit in my Amazon storefront. Plain kombucha is not hard to find. I mean, easy to find. You can find kombucha and all these different flavors. Ginger, passion fruit, watermelon. You can find all these different flavors. But what you need is plain, original, unflavored kombucha. It is so hard to find. So you may have to order it. And then that's all you need is your black tea, or you can use green tea. We use black tea from the store, sweet tea to make a scope. Yeah. Yep. So all we do is you get your scoby, your kombucha, because your kombucha from the store is basically the same thing. It's that same that culture, symbiotic culture of yeast and bacteria, and you need that. And all it'll do is grow a scoby. You put it in your room temperature black tea or green tea that's sweet. Set it off to the side with a cloth over top of it. In 7 to 10 days, you should have a scoby there. If you don't have the brine. If you have the brine, you can just use the brine. If you have a scoby, you'll just be making another scoby. So you can put a scoby. I can put a scoby in here, and it'll grow another one. And again, they'll be attached to each other. But this is how the Scoby Hotel started. We started off with plain, unflavored kombucha. And every time I make kombucha, I end up with another Scoby. I just add it in here and keep it moving. You just have to feed it. I have had luck grinding up some Scoby. Jar it and keep it in the refrigerator. Add to meals when cooking stew. Doesn't really taste the Scoby. Yeah, but you're getting the benefits, right? So that's the thing. Like, we get accustomed to saying we don't like, or I don't like hot stuff. I don't like hot stuff at all. Like, I don't want nothing burning my mouth, and I'm trying to enjoy my food. But as an adult, and as we age, health change, and I want to be healthy. I have learned to love this red hot stuff. Cayenne pepper. I gotta stop looking at it as this stuff gonna burn my mouth. I don't like it. I love the benefits of it. This stuff in my diet every day, we take a cayenne shot every morning. It gives me energy without all the fluff, no added nothing, caffeine and added sugar and preservatives and chemicals. Natural energy. If my blood pressure is high, this stuff, you do realize I said if my blood pressure is high, this cayenne pepper gonna say I need to work on that blood pressure, drop that blood pressure. If I got something going on with my stomach, anything going on with my stomach, if I got an ulcer, forming, if anything going on with my stomach, fibroids, anything going on internally, a blood clot, this gonna say, hold up, her blood pressure good. Let's go over here and work. We need to cure this ulcer, or we need to get this blood flow good. We need to work on her heart. Cayenne gonna do that. Instead of me saying, hey, Crystal. Instead of me saying I don't like hot stuff or I can't do that, I think about the benefits, and I think about the fact that I want to live, and my family deserve to enjoy the time with me while I'm here and not time with me being sick. So I have to stop saying I don't like and try to do some of the things that's gonna help me. Kombucha is very healthy. I don't like the kombucha from the store. So what do that mean? Make it yourself. Today I call it a big day for me in the kitchen, as my bodyguard lay over here and watch me, because my husband needs things. My husband does drive truck for a few hours out the day, 5 days a week. And we don't stop at the store to get lunch, snacks, none of that. The only thing my husband should be purchasing when he out working is fuel. That's it. That's the only reason why we swipe our card while Bobby is working to purchase fuel, not to purchase food or anything. And Bobby's so spoiled. If he go to a gas station and it tell you that you can't swipe your card outside, he'll leave. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you for the super chat. I get it mixed up with styles. Okay, Cash. If Bobby pull up at a gas station and it say the card thing is broken, come inside to pay for your fuel, he gonna go to the next gas station because he don't even want to go in the store. I mean, it might be lazy, but he like, I don't need to go in the store. Ain't what I'm going in the store for. So he'll go somewhere else. He like, I don't need to go in the store. I just need fuel. So I make his bread. I make a fresh loaf of bread every Sunday. I got bread somewhere. And every morning I get up. This is a loaf of bread. See that? You can squeeze it. It's bread. I cut his bread. I cut it as I make sandwiches. Every morning I get up. I make his couple sandwiches. Today my job is, my husband asked for lemon bites a while ago, so I'm making him lemon bites or lemon bars for dessert at home. But on the truck, he can take Snickers. So I'm making a whole bunch of Snickers. I'll put them in the freezer, and he'll have Snickers. I'll make peanut butter crackers, meaning I need to make crackers and make peanut butter, which is fine because I know what he consuming when he out there. You know, is it easy for him to just stop and grab a burger and grab some snacks and ride that truck and be comfortable and bouncing up and down and that thing? Yeah, he'll be fine for a few years, and then all of a sudden they're going to come and say, oh, he got high cholesterol, his blood pressure is high, oh, he got this and he got that. No, we ain't doing that. You know, not saying that we'll never come down with anything, but we're going to do what we can do now to stop that. So one thing is making things homemade because we have time. We can make time. Doing things that we normally wouldn't do. Using things that we normally wouldn't use. Like cayenne pepper. My doctor said, when my doctor told me my blood pressure was, well, when I saw my blood pressure, I already knew how good God was. I couldn't believe it. Thank you, ILT. Thank you so much. You know I got you. I ain't gonna say I couldn't believe it because we decided to make a lifestyle change so that we can live and not just exist. So that meant homemade as much as we can because we do go on vacation, we do go out of town and do things, and we do have date nights and we want to dance and have a drink and eat. That's what we gonna do. But if we can change 75% of our lifestyle by making our own everything, soap products, personal hygiene products, I mean, from the soap we wash our body with, what we wash our hair with, the oil I use to grease my head, I'm gonna make it. It's just sitting up here because I made some more the other day, but it's healthier and it saved money because I just go out in the yard and pick some herbs. And I did buy a big bag of black seed because black seed is good, and I bought some fenugreek powder because I use fenugreek in my conditioner and my hair oil. But I just bought a big bag and I ain't gonna buy another one for a few years because a little bit go a long way. But I can make this. I can grow these herbs. Y'all know I can crack a coconut, break it down, get my own oil. I know where it came from. Most of the products we sell, this stuff is coming out of our yard. So we know exactly what it is. Take the time to do something for yourself. It'll help you and your family. I've had an ulcer since I was a kid. I love kombucha. Cash. Cayenne pepper, cayenne powder can heal an ulcer. How amazing is that? Most people think cayenne pepper. We got 105 people on Facebook and 39 thumbs up. Can we get some thumbs up over here? let's talk about cayenne for a minute. Cayenne pepper. This is cayenne pepper that we grew. We harvest the pepper, clean, freeze dry, and put them in a coffee grinder and grind it up. So we grow our own cayenne powder. Um, Cayenne pepper is so powerful, y'all. I ain't gonna say it's ridiculous. It's amazingly strong and powerful. This stuff can heal an ulcer. Anytime, all I needed to hear was it can stop a bleed instead of going, now, is it going to burn? Yeah. But if you cut your finger to the point where you may need to go get stitches, do that hurt? It don't feel too good. So if you sprinkle a little cayenne powder on there and it stops the bleed, meaning you just saved yourself a ton of money, and you may have saved your life, because some of these cuts you can bleed out and that'll be it. Cayenne can stop a bleed, but what really drew me to cayenne was the fact that it can stop a heart attack. Stop a heart attack? Come on. Or at least save a life till you can get them some help. A little bit of cayenne pepper go a long way. A long way. So we take a cayenne shot every day. Some people say, well, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Woo. It's going to come out and it ain't going to be too pretty. No, it don't come out hot. It don't come out hot. Your body going to use that up. Your body going to thank you for this. So this may be your cure for that ulcer. You know, I was listening to Miss T with the Tea this morning. She had my Renaissance grandma on there. My Renaissance grandma is heavy on the herbs. She can break these herbs down and tell you about them, how she been using them for years. I like to keep things simple. I'm the type that if you complicate something, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to shy away. I'm going to kind of be like, I don't feel like doing all that, because that's just nature. That's just the human way. We ain't doing a whole lot of work. No, we don't want to do a whole lot of work. I ain't going to say we ain't doing, because I feel like I do a lot of work, but I don't want to do a whole lot of work. So if I need to be juggling all these herbs every day, I'm going to be falling off sometime. I don't want to fall off. I don't want to fall off. What do you put in your cayenne shots? Water. I use a little shot glass. I take this little shot glass, I put a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne powder in here and a little bit of water, and I mix it up and knock it down. I'm done. Drink a little bit of water behind it. It stings. It don't burn. It don't set you on fire. Going to take your cayenne shot now? Come on, Rita. That cayenne can cure so many things. So we always say do your research, because we're not doctors, but we do like to pass on information when we find things out. We have been adamant about our cayenne shots, castor oil, and magnesium. Again, because we like to keep things simple. Now, we got a whole apothecary full of herbs. Some of these herbs we use in our soap products, our pain away products, magnesium body butter products, different products we make, we use different herbs. And sometimes we need something different. If we got a cough or something, we need honey. We need elderberry. We need, I love blue butterfly. You know, Gold Cola. Bobby drink Gold Cola tea every day. Just a little sip of it. But I try not to complicate things with a bunch of stuff. Sorry about that. I try not to complicate things with a bunch of stuff. I don't know why Facebook doing this. So we keep it simple. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is good. If that's what you need to help get it down, honey, you know, you can take it with honey. Some people rather mix it with pineapple juice or some juice and get it down. We just mix it with water and be done with it. And we do this because I always think about the what if. I can get cayenne in capsules. I take cayenne shots in the morning, but it doesn't help my blood pressure down all day. How often should you take it? So you can take it up to 3 days. I mean, 3 times a day. You can take these Cayenne shots up to 3 times a day. But you got to keep in mind other things that run your blood pressure up, such as your soap, your deodorant, your lotion, your cleaning supplies, life itself, just life and all the time, your washing powder, things that you eat, and all these chemicals and preservatives, they help add to our blood pressure being high. So this is why we cut out as much as we could. So what we did at first was we cut out a lot of chemicals and preservatives by learning how to make everything homemade ourselves at home. It's the chemicals and preservatives. I'm telling you, I have heard so many people say, I was diagnosed with terminal cancer and the doctor said it wasn't nothing they can do for me, but they were going to give me these treatments to keep me comfortable for the next 5-6 months, and that's all I had to live. But instead, they said, no, I love myself, and I'm going to fight for myself. I'm going to fight for my life. God has put everything here for us to live and survive. So they took that cancer that doctor gave them a death wish with and kicked it out the door. They got rid of everything and went a whole natural route. You know, if I'm going to be sick and laid up in the bed for the next 4-5 months, meaning I can keep my behind at home and fight for my life for the next 4 or 5 months. I need to get rid of all this cleaning supplies, Lysol, Fabuloso, bleach, all of this stuff. Gotta go. Deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, everything. Moisturizer, lotion, all that stuff. Gotta go. Food. Your meat can go. All you really need is vegetables, beans. You know, you need the juice, honestly. I would juice for 6 months. Lots of vegetables. Lots of vegetables. But that fruit, all that stuff that's holding that sugar, all we do is feed cancer. But you can cure yourself. It can, I mean, we can heal ourselves. It's just, we got to have the willpower to get it done. But we like to keep things simple because when you complicate things, it turns people off. Oh, now I got to go get this, or now I got to go get that. You know, I feel like every household should have cayenne pepper. You should have cayenne all the time. Every household should have magnesium chloride flakes because you can make your own oil. Every house should have castor oil. These 3 things are so powerful that they can heal so many things. You can use, I would use castor oil for thyroid. The thing with the castor oil is it penetrates so deep it can heal some of anything. Your thyroid. All you want to do is put some castor oil on a cloth, a cotton cloth, or even a paper towel if that's all you got. Put it on there nice and thick and wrap it around your neck so that it'll stay there, and wear it for a few hours, or even if you just got an hour, do it every day. Every day. I'm telling you, do the research. Do your research. Because we can heal ourselves. So I take my cayenne on an empty stomach. That's one of the first things I do in the morning is my cayenne shot. Not necessarily because my stomach is empty, but I just do it. Now cayenne can help with your blood pressure. I drink a little beet juice. I think I hate beets more than the heat, the little spice in the cayenne. I don't like beet juice. Let me tell you, that is the hardest thing for me to swallow is beet juice. But I don't even, just a tiny bit of beet juice. Oh, just a tiny bit. 2-3 ounces of beet juice a day. When I went and saw my doctor a few weeks ago and my blood pressure was so low, she said, I'm going to back you off some of your blood pressure because your blood pressure is great. You need to come down off some of that medicine. 20-something years of all this medicine. She said, we need to get you off some of this medicine. I said, I ain't even took the medicine. She said, when was the last time? Thank you, Valrita. I appreciate you, girlfriend. She said, when was the last time you took your blood pressure medicine? I looked at my phone. I said, I stopped it 22 days ago. She said, how do you feel? I said, I feel great. Back wasn't hurting. Foot don't hurt. That neuropathy gone. She said, well, don't take the medicine. I'm going to discontinue all your medicine. She said, but pay attention to yourself. Keep monitoring your blood pressure. If it started creeping back up, call me. She said, but I'm discontinuing all your medicine. What did we do to get to that point? What did we do to get to that point? We cut out a lot of chemicals and preservatives. I think those are the root causes of most of our issues. They ain't giving us nothing other than a full belly or fluffiness. Most of our foods, they have taken all the nutrients and good stuff out of it, added all these pesticides and chemicals to it and whatever else, and it's eating us up over time. It's eating us up. So we cut out a lot. We basically quit the grocery store and started making our own stuff. We buy 25-pound bags of flour now and 25-pound bags of sugar. It lasts us a few months and we good to go. Our grocery bill went from, I don't know, $1,000 a month to $150, $200 a month. Quit the grocery store. Make things at home. And then you can take a nice vacation. Be careful with your system because your system ain't going to be happy. So you might not want to go eat McDonald's while you're on vacation and out of town. Treat yourself. All that money we save in grocery, we can afford to eat Texas Day Brazil or Ruth Chris. At least we getting a better quality food. I ain't saying it's the best, but it's up. You want to go somewhere where you're going to get a better quality of food. Castor oil is great for the eyes. Yes, it is. Quit the grocery store. That was the first thing we did. Cut out a lot of the chemicals and preservatives. We didn't cut them all out, but we cut out a lot. Baking soda for toothpaste. We also, so we grow and raise most of our food. Now, me and Bobby gonna talk about what is it called? Science meat. Test tube meat. We're gonna talk about that this week. Test tube meat. Y'all eating that meat? Y'all don't eat that meat. But for one thing, we said for a long time that meat is stressed out. Well, when you go in some of these slaughterhouses and different places and you see these animals in there, and they stressed out. The chickens are on top of each other. They die. Guess what? They probably gonna still process them and send them on to the store. You don't know. We don't know. You don't know what they went through. One of my friends was talking about, oh, I was watching some video and the cow had so much pus in it. I said, yeah, they just go poke a hole in it and relieve that pus and it go all over the place. And guess what? There's thousands of other cows out there. So all they did was infect all the other cows. But guess what? We don't know. We don't know. So all they do is clean that meat, bleach it, make it better for you. So you think. And then they send it to the store and you buy this pink pretty meat that don't even really exist. The meat is stressed out. So this is why people stressed out. People walk around pissed off. They ain't mad. They pissed off at the world. This is why I always say, smile at them. You know, people mad. They don't even know why they mad. It's because the meat they ate, that stressed out meat gave you that stress. We stopped that when we raised our own pigs in the suburbs. Now we resort to rabbits. That's our main source of meat. We get 600 pounds of meat out of our rabbits. That's 1,800 pounds of meat a year. Bobby and I don't eat that much meat. But at least we know where our source is coming from. And it ain't stressed out. They are well taken care of. So you want to be careful where you get your food from. Support a local farmer if you can. Raise it yourself. You'll be surprised at what you can do. I always say, I can't process no rabbit. But I can't say that I can't process a rabbit. Because if it came down to it, I'm going to do what I got to do to make sure my family get the best. That's just what it is. So we quit the grocery store and started making and raising our own food right here at home. Let's see if I can fix this. Right here at home. We are in Savannah, Georgia. We make our own everything. We make cleaning supplies, personal care, hygiene, products. We make as much as we can right here at home. My Renaissance grandma was talking about deodorant this morning. It ain't nothing but lemon juice, y'all. Lemon. Simple. Lemon. Lemons. All you gotta do is we squeeze. Some people they chop the lemon or cut it in slices and rub it under their arm. We squeeze the lemon. Well, I squeeze the lemon, put it in a spray bottle, and that's lemon. That's deodorant. Simple. You can grow it. You can drink it. It ain't gonna hurt you. You can't eat deodorant, right? You know, that's how we got to start looking at our products now. Even what you feeding your plants. Can you drink that? Can you drink that stuff you feed your plants? Maybe not. I mean, you might not want to. You might grow wings or something. So that was our biggest thing. Let's clean up our diet and start making these things and see. Bobby doesn't eat as much as he used to because it's so filling. It's good. He good with that. And I'm great with it because it's healthier. So we make all of our products at home. Shampoo, conditioner, everything. We use, I use castor oil. That's why I'm shining. Well, honestly, I ain't even putting that on today. But I do be glowing because of the castor oil. That's what I use on my face as a moisturizer when I need something. I make my own hair oil. Nothing but stuff I pulled out of the yard, stuffed in a jar, and put some castor oil and coconut oil on top of it. And it'll sit. I'll pour some in a little jar when I need it and keep it moving. We have chemical imbalance. Yeah, we do. And you know what that chemical imbalance is? Our food system. Magnesium oil will help with that. Yeah, magnesium. Now you can buy magnesium oil. I say all the time, you can buy magnesium oil already made and just spray it on. It costs you about $20 for, I think it's like an 8 or a 10 ounce spray bottle. But we like to just buy a 5-pound magnesium chloride flake bag of magnesium chloride flakes and make our own. All you need is magnesium chloride flakes and equal parts distilled water, non-chlorinated water. Put it in a spray bottle, spray yourself 30, 40 times a day. You can do half in the morning, half in the evening. If you need a moisturizer or if it's irritating your skin or drying you out, just add coconut oil, olive oil, castor oil. But spray yourself, spray your kids. When they say ADHD and we need to put him on these meds, say, oh, hold on, give me 30 days. Spray your kids with that magnesium oil. Food ain't gonna do it because they taking it out of our food. They killing it with these pesticides. Our food ain't gonna do it. They say eat more of this and eat more of that, but unless you grow it yourself, it's not there. It's the magnesium. When you can't sleep, you need magnesium. When you got headaches, you probably just need magnesium. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, you know. Us women, when we have these menstrual cramps, we going through menopause, magnesium. What's good for dementia? Water. Water. So, do you have any suggestions for individuals if they have any allergies, reaction, especially for young kids? So, Yolanda, I think the allergy reaction is the pesticides, the chemicals, and the preservatives, honestly. So if you can get things from a local farmer, grow it, raise it yourself, raw milk, like most people say, I can't drink milk, it turns my stomach up. Try raw milk from a local farmer. You know, the real milk with the cream on the top. I bet you can drink that. It's the same thing with kids. People think, oh, they need soy milk, almond milk, cashew milk, silk milk, whoever type of milk. Back in the days, they ain't need all them milk. Back in the days, they didn't need all those milk. The milkman dropped milk off, and he didn't drop it off in the refrigerator. He left it on your porch. Yeah, I mean, no milk. We don't drink milk. But some people love milk. So we don't tell people don't drink milk, because if you love it, you love it. But raw milk. All that played with stuff, that's what's messing with people. Everything is played with. Tried in raw form. it's better for them. So the magnesium, we just spray it on. We do make a magnesium body butter that I don't have it that you just rub on, and that's made with goat milk is good. But J3GS, where you getting it from? The store, or you getting it straight from the goat? It's a difference. We make a magnesium body butter. That is you just rub the body butter on, and we do it twice a day. I just rub it on my thighs and my arms. If I'm sore somewhere, I'll rub it on my, like I was sore from climbing that ladder the other day to get them bees. My legs was sore because y'all don't be doing no climbing. I just climb these 2-3 steps here and that's it. I took that magnesium body butter and rubbed it on my thighs and walked to the back of the house and it was gone. Your cramps, magnesium deficient. Your headaches, magnesium deficient. We do sell a magnesium chloride flakes in our Amazon storefront, so you can find them there. You better off making your own magnesium oil. No, we don't ingest magnesium. We do. That's a lie. We do ingest magnesium, but this is it. I heard Dr. Barbara, she's not a doctor. I heard Barbara O'Neill saying that her friend, every time her friend diagnosed somebody with high blood pressure, he put them on Celtic salt or Celtic salt. This stuff is amazing. This is magnesium, but you know it need water. Now, just to think that you're going to drink water and you good, I just drank all the water I need and I'm good. But we need magnesium. Your cramps, people walking around cramping, or they cramping at night, that's the worst cramp to catch when you sleep. That's the worst cramp to catch. Boy, that cramp will take you out for days. Because you got to fight to get out of the bed, try to get that cramp. Start taking this. Every time we drink one of these, so you need at least 2 of these a day. I know they say a gallon. You need like 2 quarts or 2 liters of water every day. So every time you drink like half of this, you need to take this twice. You ain't dumping salt in your mouth. This ain't going to run your blood pressure up. If anything, it's going to help it. And I can show you. I did this yesterday while I was live. You see how much salt I got? You really can't even see it. It's a grain. 1 little grain of salt. And I was like, let me get that. You just put it on your tongue. Put it on your tongue. You really need help. Okay. Send me a message. You purchased the real salt. So we use real salt to cook with. You talking about this salt? We use this salt to cook with. This salt, I do exactly what you just saw me do. Put it on my tongue. I got a little grain on my tongue. And I let it dissolve. And then, hey, Suzanne. Did you say magnesium? Magnesium chloride is good for menopause. You suffering? Get you some yam. Get you some yam cream, Suzanne. Get you some yam cream. Redmond's real salt. So I got a link. I'll drop the link over on YouTube, so you can get 10% off. Redmond's real salt. It's amazing, y'all. This stuff it ain't gonna run your blood pressure up. You know, moderation is key. Once you have high blood pressure, you do want to be careful. It's just like a diabetic. People say, oh, that sugar gonna give you diabetes. Sugar don't give you diabetes. But once you got diabetes, then you need to be careful with sugar. Sugar don't give you diabetes. So the thing with the salt is, so somebody asked about dementia. Whoever's suffering with dementia, try to increase their water intake. They need more water. I started reading a book. It's called You're Not Sick, You Thirsty. You ain't sick, you thirsty. Okay. Celtic salt. I know we got the Celtic salt in our Amazon storefront, but I have another link for Redmond's so you can get 10% off. Yam cream, yes, yam cream. Check out our Amazon storefront. But yam cream, you not sick, you thirsty. Even dementia. Thank you, G Mama Groves. Meaning dehydrated. So even Alzheimer's, water, more water. They were saying like, and I know this is true. Even in the nursing home, hospitals, different places, they say, people are dehydrated. This is why everybody forgetful and losing their mind and UTIs and all this stuff. It's because they thirsty. They dehydrated. Give them more water. So if you have a loved one somewhere, you can spend more time with them. Go for at least 30 days if you can. Give them more water. Here, mom. Here, auntie, friend, cousin, whoever. Drink a little water. Sips at a time. They don't have to just guzzle down a little, not even a little 4-ounce bottle of water. Just take a few sips of it. Every 15, 20 minutes, tell them, hey, take a few sips of this water. I was telling somebody yesterday, dementia is funny because all it is the brain backtracking. Sometimes you got to give them little things that excite them. Like even if it's just a little cute cup. Oh, this cup is cute. Look at this cup. Isn't it cute? And they might say, yeah. And they might hold on to that cup forever. Give them some room temperature water. Keep it in that cup. And just remind them, sip your water. Sip your water. I sent you the Redmond's Real Salt, Valrita. I sent you this one. That's the one you can cook with. Celtic is the one we just take a gristle every day. Give them water. We used to keep Sandy. Sandy kept a cup and little bottles. We kept little bottles of water in her bag. When we would go out, we would put a bottle in her bag because we kept giving her water throughout the day. Drink some water. She would ask for it too. But that will help with dementia because we thirsty. Now, because the water not getting through the system or hydrating you like it should is because it need magnesium. And that's what this is. The magnesium that your body yearns for. And all you need is that little grain of salt on the tongue every time you drink. And you might do it 4 or 5 times because you're going to drink 2 of these. No more, no less than 2 of these. I try to drink 4 of these a day. So just remember you need that water throughout the day. I made a kombucha. That's what this is. Our scoby. We got our scoby hotel going. So water is like so important. All these different oils that they may be cooking with, I tell people all the time, when dementia starts setting in or the forgetfulness, if you need to use an oil, it should be coconut oil. You want things for brain health such as rosemary, gotu kola. These things are great for the brain. And you want to constantly talk to them and keep them stimulated. Because when people just sit and be quiet, their brain is all over the place. So you want to bring them back in line and keep them kind of present. Talking to them, reminding them of things. Did you drink some water today? Sandy used to always ask us the same thing. That's all right. I said, don't ever treat her like she tripping. She asked you again. Just answer it again. It's weird. It's frustrating because, especially when it's a parent or somebody you grew up with, because you know that person to be who they've been all their life. But when things change, and they don't have any control of that. But what we do have control over is how we react to it. So when they ask you 15 times, I had one client, he would always say, where's Johnny? He at work. Work. Then 10 minutes later, is Johnny at school? No. So I was like, let me just tell him, yeah, Johnny at school, even though he was at work. In his mind, Johnny was a little kid, not a grown man. So, okay. Let's just keep him calm. And yeah, Johnny is at school. What about arthritis? So for my arthritis, I use cayenne pepper. Now, when I started dropping the castor oil in my navel, I swear the castor oil did something to me overnight. How can I make how can I make the website posted here into a link? So I think G Mama Grows made it a link. It should be a link there for you to click on. G Mama Grows dropped it. One night we decided let's start using castor oil. I don't have it up here. And all we did was drop it in our navel. I suffered I suffered with a major back injury for 11 years. Got this castor oil. I dropped some in my navel. Bobby dropped some in his navel. Bobby went on to sleep, slept like a baby. The next morning when we woke up, I said my back ain't hurting, but I don't know if that's real. Um, it's not in clickable form. Okay, I'll share it on our community tab. Um, I said, man, my back not hurting, but I don't know if this is real. You know, sometimes you want things so bad you put it in your head, and that's just what it is. So I thought I had this in my head that I want my back to stop hurting so bad to where I'm thinking I don't hurt, but I'm hurting. I went and walked the dog, came back. I sat in that living room all day. I ain't getting nothing done that day. And this was about 6 months ago. Um, I sat in the living room all day thinking, do my back? I don't know. I don't even know what this feel like anymore. The next day, we did it the same night again. Castor oil only in the navel and went on to sleep. Woke up the next morning, was not hurting. And I said, I don't know, but come on, God. If these are my only 2 pain-free days for the rest of my life, I thank you because I've been hurting every day for 11 years. Even with pain medicine and gabapentin and muscle relaxers, I'm hurting. I went for a walk. I cried on this walk. I think I went live on Facebook just because I was like, I don't know if this is real, but I'm not hurting. I ain't complaining, but I'm like still trying to figure this out. But I know God put everything here for us to live and survive. But God, if it's this easy, why? Am I prescribed all these pills and I'm still hurting? Here it is. 6 months later, I still don't hurt. I have days. The other day I stepped in a hole and I was like, oh Lord, I hurt my back. But it doesn't hurt like it did. Like if I'd have stepped in that hole 6 months ago, I'd have been laid in bed all week hurting, probably went on to the hospital and all this craziness. My sciatic nerve ain't bothering me. Look, I would have blew that sciatic nerve out stepping in that hole. But I didn't. I just said, oh, my back. It jarred me a little bit. I was sore. My leg was hurting a little. Good. No neuropathy. None of that. Exactly. So they don't tell you because they don't with it. Big Pharma got to get their money. But we can grow these things. Cayenne pepper and castor oil you can grow. Magnesium, you can get it through food, but you have to grow it yourself. But it's still, magnesium is a natural product, you know. So for us to have to buy a 5-pound bag for $20, let me get that. Let me get that. We keep it around. You take a bath in it. You spray your kids with it. When they say, like I said earlier, when they say ADHD, we need to put them on these pills, try magnesium oil. We are off balance bad, and it's because of our food system. So it's all big, all chained together. You know, they all put together. Taint our food so we can put you on this medicine. Everybody's sick. Everybody needs something. I done lost my mind. They already put me in a crazy home and give me these pills because they say that I got some mental issues. Try magnesium oil. The pain away oil is what fixed it. Oh, thank you, Mr. Black's Tropical. What about Epsom salt? I would give Epsom salt to my tomato plants, to the plants outside. For us to use personally, we use magnesium. Now I like Epsom salt in my tub, but I'm gonna put some magnesium flakes in there too. So it's a difference in the magnesiums, and that's what you got to figure out. You know what are the difference in all these magnesiums? Epsom salt. It's a difference in sulfate and chloride. We need magnesium chloride. So simple solution. So that's why I say it's a lot of herbs out here. It's a lot of herbs. We got a cabinet full. We got a yard full of herbs, y'all. We don't knock herbs at all. But we try to keep things simple because again, once you complicate things, people say, I ain't doing all that. I don't want to do that. That's just too much. You know, if you don't want to take cayenne by itself, this is easy for me. I have a cayenne tincture though. I could just drop cayenne tincture in my water or drop it in my mouth. I just take the powder. I used to do the tincture for a long time. Well, I still do. I just drop it in my water, but I still do this. This is what helped me make 2-3 dozen of Snickers in one day, plus dessert and dinner, and go check on all the animals and go out there and play with my squash for a little while and clean the house. That's my energy shot. Cayenne. Simple. Simple. You want to keep things simple because again, once you complicate it, you start turning around. The cayenne is on our site, and it is a 6-pound bag. But trust me, you're gonna use it. I'll smoke you. You should be growing cayenne. Everybody, every household need at least one cayenne plant. We probably got 5 cayenne plants growing out there. Now we could get a lot of cayenne off one plant, but because we use it in our medicinal and our medicine too, you know, not only will you cook with it, but you want to use it in your medicine too. I say it's never enough. And you know, we can grow cayenne. My mother-in-law loved growing things, but she didn't grow cayenne last year. So it doesn't hurt to have extra, you know. So grow that cayenne. That stuff is your medicine. Definitely do your research and see what these herbs can do for you. Yeah, so we that's what we do. We grind cayenne pepper up into a powder. I do leave some in whole form because when I'm making certain things, I rather steep it in whole form. Hey, Victoria. But we grind it down into a powder to be able to take it every day, and we just take it straight. Cayenne powder and a little bit of water. Toothpaste. So for toothpaste, you can use coconut oil. It's great for toothpaste. So we oil pull. Let me show you tablets. I make. Wait. I make. It's like show and tell up here, ain't it? Y'all are like, what you got for me? I make oil pulling tablets. Now, oil pulling is good for the sinuses, for the lungs, for the gums, your teeth, all that good stuff. And all this is coconut oil. I take coconut oil and I put it on a double boiler and I let it sit on warm for 4 or 5 hours, just on warm. So, do you leave the cayenne pepper on the plant until peppers turn red? I do. Yep, I pull mine when they turn red. So, hey, Lisa. So what I do is I take some coconut oil, I put it on a double boiler, and I just turn it on warm. I put in there cinnamon, clove, fennel seeds, mint. That might be it. And then I put it in these little trays. As y'all can see, that's my spot right there. I put it in these little ice trays because they easy. They just, you can, the bottom is soft and I can just poke them out, push them out. This is about half a tablespoon or so. After I let it sit for 4 or 5 hours on the stove warm so it can infuse my coconut oil with all these herbs, I pour about a half a tablespoon in each of these little ice cubes. And then I set them in the freezer. I put my top on it and I set it in the freezer for about 10 minutes. Then I take them out of the freezer, and I got 4 trays here. They come in a set of 4. And they actually come inside this thing. Then I pop them all out in here. I put a top on it, and I set it in the refrigerator. So every morning, while we up getting ready, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, while we up moving around, getting ready, doing what we have to do, we go ahead and we don't sell toothpaste. 6 plants that I put down 2 weeks ago. Good. All we have to do is grab a little tablet, throw it in our mouth, chew it up, it'll dissolve. You walk around for 5-10 minutes or so, swish it, and then you want to spit it outside on the ground. You know, this ain't gonna solid back up, so you don't want it in your drain. But that is your oil pulling coconut oil. You can use it to brush your teeth. You can do your oil pulling with it. So many benefits to that. But there again, my job, I am the sickle cell. Yeah, Nikki, send me a message. My job as a homesteading housewife is to not spend all our money. You know, my husband worked and he paid the bills and he makes sure we have everything that we need. It was so funny because a few weeks ago we went to Old Navy. And we went to Old Navy because I said my husband needed shorts. I said, you need shorts. So let's go to Old Navy and get you some shorts. While we were in there, I grabbed 2 pair and he grabbed, nope, I just freeze it. I just put them in the freezer, out smoking. I just put this in the freezer. While we were in Old Navy, I grabbed 2 pair of shorts and we went on. All he got was some shirts. And then we got to the register and he said, well, why you ain't get some dresses? I got some. I don't need them. He said, no. You didn't get the oil pulling. Okay, I give it again. And I said, well, you know, I ain't want no dresses. My brain ain't telling me to get other stuff. And he was like, no, come on, let's go over here and get some dresses. My brain is always on how can I save money. You know, not that I don't feel like I deserve new dresses or deserve anything, or if I don't need it, I just don't worry about it. Plus, I was like, I know where I get some cheap dresses from, and they cute. So, I don't need to spend a whole lot of money up in Old Navy buying dresses. But anyhow, my husband wanted to buy dresses for me, and so I got them. Which I appreciate because now I can wear a different dress every day, and I don't have to wash so often. But anyhow, my job is to save money. I'm like the house manager. I keep the house clean. I cook. I wash clothes. I do keep up with the animals pretty much because I'm home all day. I walk and check the plants until he get home. We can do it together. But saving money is important to me. So I can go and buy this oil pulling stuff, solution, whatever it is. I don't know. Oil pulling oil. Or I can make it myself. But this way, I know what's in it. Because I do have, okay, I can't, Yolanda. I do have, yes, I do have tinctures and concoctions in our book, which will be out in a few weeks. You can make this stuff yourself. We do have an issue with labeling when it comes to store-bought items. The label, you know, they tell them that they only need to put this, that, and the third on the label, and they can leave A, B, and C out. The main things that's killing us, they can leave that out, but they need to put this in there. I always go back to the honey. Honey, they say, is raw, 100% raw honey. But then research and studies say that honey is 10% raw honey, and the rest is half fructose syrup. Half fructose syrup. So 10% to FDA or USDA, 10% of raw honey equals organic or natural raw honey to them, no matter how much half fructose syrup is in there. But that's not fair to us. Because when we see these labels, we think, okay, this is just honey, raw honey. They left the high fructose syrup part out, and this is what we purchased from the store. So imagine how many things they do that with. I can purchase oil pulling oil, and me and Bobby can pull oil every day. We don't know exactly what's in it. All we know is what the labels say. And I'm spending money. With this one, I know this is oil, cloves, cinnamon stick, fennel seed. I know that's what's in here. You know, can I guarantee you that that ain't what's in them ones at the store? I can't guarantee that. Thank you, Liz. Liz, thank you. I can't guarantee that, but I feel better making it. I am a homesteading housewife. My job is to save money, and I have time to do this. I'm keeping the house straight, but I have time to do this. You have time to do this. Even if you work a 12-hour job, it doesn't take long to do. Honestly, it doesn't. And it can save you a ton of money, and it can save your health. Because we don't know what's in our products in the store. Sadly. It is sad. It is sad. It's like, I did freeze dry the cayenne pepper. Yeah, the only way you know, that's what I always say. Organic, local honey is the best because it'll help with your allergies also. Oh man, this can sit in the refrigerator for months. But, you'll be making this. If you do it every day, you're supposed to do this twice a day. If you do it every day or twice a day, you'll be making it, at least twice a month. But it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. And once you get accustomed to doing things, it's like, okay, let me do. Today, I'll probably make about 3 dozen Snickers, and I'm fine with that. I still got dessert to make. I took out my husband cooking okra because he wants okra. So these things are, we can do this. We got this. And I'm going to get these Snickers done today also. But when you know better, you do better. We got to save ourselves because they ain't trying to save us. They feed us junk. They feed us junk. And then they send us to the doctor to take more of our money. So, in this container, I have olive oil. This is oil pulling. This is kombucha. So, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. But y'all know I'll be live again tomorrow because we're going to talk some more. We're going to talk about this mystery meat that we need to be careful with because they trying to take us out. And we don't want them to do y'all like that. We don't want to see people sick and hurting. We want y'all living and dancing and smiling and loving each other. Thank y'all for all the stars, the super chats, the thumbs up, the shares, the views, the comments. If I skipped anyone, I'm sorry. Send me a message. I'll check that in a few minutes. I'll make sure I post Redmond's Real Salt. Check out our Amazon storefront if you want to purchase any of these things we talked about today. They are all there. Even the little cute ice cubes. We love and appreciate y'all. Y'all have some fun today. And please don't let nobody steal your joy. Nala looking at me like, come on, lady. We love y'all. Nala, you rushing me?